Hey everybody, and welcome to Joker's Wild Side Corner. I am Lobo,
I'm Jax.
I'm Clay.
and today we got a bunch of news for you, a bunch of wrestling news as well. But first of all, how was your guys' weekend? Everything all right with you?
Yeah, we got some good news on my end that
Nice,
Grandma's coming home from the hospital. She should be home today.
nice.
Got to figure out when. We'll see how that all goes. Other
Uh,
than that,
yeah, good news about Grandma for sure.
yeah. Other than that, hung out with a bunch of friends. Fun time, fun time.
Oh yeah, Saturday. That was
Yeah.
good. And how about you, Clay? How was your weekend?
It's pretty good. I'd say other than hanging out with you guys on Saturday again. So
Nice. Well, let's jump back into it because today, like the few last weeks, it was the days of release for the sport, specifically NFL. Right now, they've
hmm
been signing a lot of fucking people.
Sign galore.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So we're gonna start off with what happened probably Friday night or Saturday morning. Cowboys reworked guard Zack Martin's contract. It's going to make more cap space as we've been talking about. So I think they just push stuff down the road. Steelers did a bunch of moves. Steelers released their defensive back Patrick Peterson. They also signed quarterback. Was it
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson? Yep. And then they also picked up. Oh no, they released wide receiver Allen Robinson. So the Steelers are all over the place here today. Pats also had a lot of transactions. Like this weekend was filled with a lot of transactions. Um, Patriots agreed to a 3-year deal to tight end Hunter Henry, great tight end. They also trade quarterback Mac Jones to the Jaguars. Um,
hmm
I think they just got tired of dealing with his mid performances. He
I
was
wouldn't even say mid.
Yeah, I'm being nice. I'm being very
Awful.
nice. He had that
Awful.
one good year, and that was it. Uh, yeah. Did they also? This is just going on before today. We're gonna get onto today's stuff later too. Uh,
hmm
I'm just gonna go into order. I'm just gonna start naming them off because there's a lot. 49ers agreed to a 1-year deal with right tackle Colton McKenty. Raiders released quarterback Brian Hoyer after 1 year. Uh, Steelers already said that. Broncos trade wide receiver Jerry Judy to the Browns. The Browns look very dangerous
Who
now.
did they trade for?
Did not mark down
Draft picks.
some draft picks.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you,
Yep.
sir. Um, Seahawks and wide receiver Tyler Lockett. We worked their contract probably to make more cap space for them. Kansas City and defensive tackle Chris Jones agreed to a 5-year deal. This is crazy because this the beginning of this last year, we had Chris Jones setting up the game because he wanted a new contract. They get him a 1-year deal, and now after this last year, they win a Super Bowl. He's fantastic. 5-year deal,
Mm.
guaranteed a lot of money, guys.
Hey,
Yeah, he said.
congratulations to him.
Yeah, he said a year ago that he doesn't want to play for any other team but KC.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I mean,
well, he got what he wanted, but
yep, and that bag. So congratulations to him. Uh, Panthers released cornerback Bradley Bozeman, whatever. I mean, the Panthers they could they could release everybody. They need to restart. To be
Mhm.
honest with you, they had such a terrible year.
It's a ground up situation.
Yeah, for real. Jags and right guard Brandon Scherf agreed to restructure contract. Like I said, trying to make more cap space here. Bears signed safety Kevin Byard to a 2-year deal. He played last year with the Eagles and the year before that, if I remember correctly. Defensive tackle Follerson Fatukusi. I might have said that way wrong. Butchered your name. Sorry. But defensive tackle Folorunso and Texas agreed to a 1-year deal. They're just
Mhm.
trying to re-up their defense and trying to get back into the playoffs. Um, Raiders re-signed center Andre James. We need to keep our O line good, and this is especially we don't know who's going to be our quarterback just yet. We did
Mhm.
sign somebody that I'll talk to in a bit. Bucks also re-signed quarterback Baker Mayfield after a good year last year. Um, I think the Bucks were a little underrated, personally, but
Yeah.
with him coming back, I think that will definitely re-up their stock here for next year. Uh, Green Bay are set to release linebacker Devondre Campbell, probably to make cap space for a signing that we'll talk about in a bit. Uh, Patriots agreed to a 3-year deal with wide receiver Kendrick Burnett. He played. He was just released with the Bills, I think.
With who?
Kendrick Bourne. Did he play with the
No,
Bills? No? Okay, then
no.
it's another team that signed a receiver then. 49ers released defensive lineman Eric Arsten. Um, and then we got a little bit of sad news here. Two players have decided to retire. Um, from the Eagles, first of all, last week we had Kelsey, their center, retire. And now today was announced that Super Bowl champion and defensive tackle Fletcher Cox have decided to retire after, I think it was like 16-year career or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So congratulations on him for a great year. I mean, a great career. And hopefully, whatever he does, he'll be successful at. Uh, doesn't say.
I'll pull it up in just a
12
second.
seasons. On the right there. On the right. Up 2 lines.
12 seasons.
So 12 seasons. But great career. Won a Super Bowl multiple time All Pro and Pro Bowler. Um, we also have Lions re-signed guard Graham Glasgow. I hope I said his name.
Glasgow.
Glasgow. To
I'm scratchy right now. I don't know why.
on break we could give you a pause. But he signs a 3-year deal. Jaguars agreed to a 2-year deal with center Mitch Morse. Linebacker Zaire Franklin extends Colt contract to 3 years. I mean, there's so many signings today. Eagles agreed to a 4-year deal with guard Landen Dickerson. So this comes off the news from last week that left tackle Dion Dawkins was going to leave the Bills after a post. They apparently have re-signed, and Dawkins has agreed to come back to a 3-year deal. So good news there for Bills, and I know Clay, that's good news for you.
After they dropped off a quarter
That's
of the
all right.
team.
That's all right. We also have other Bills news. I know you didn't add on there.
I know there's a lot coming up today, so I still haven't got jumped on that.
Yeah,
Uh,
just from the few days, we re-signed a tight end Quentin Morris to a
okay,
1-year deal. And then we reconstructed Dawson Knox tight end
okay,
contract. We also have re-signed center back Cam Lewis to a 2-year deal, and then we are extending a contract for defensive end AJ Epinenza for
hmm,
another 2-year deal. And then just today, 2 hours ago actually, we reconstructed quarterback Josh Allen's contract, creating um, some more cap space as well.
okay. So it seems like it's quite a bit of news here for you guys.
Yeah, and
Uh,
then um also lost Leonard Floyd. I don't know where the hell he went, but
mm, well, there was a lot of transactions last week, sorry, for the Bills, and it just seemed like it went on to the weekend as well. There was a little bit of a meme where they said everybody signed, released everything. Cowboys did nothing.
Yeah, all it says right now is current team is Buffalo Bills on Google. So
Okay, so he hasn't re-signed with anybody.
agrees to join 49ers on a 2-year deal 5 hours ago.
Oh, that might be
who?
Leonard Floyd.
Leonard
Oh,
Floyd.
Leonard Floyd. Yep,
So,
there we go.
I'll pop that
49ers.
up.
That's
We'll
right.
talk about that here in a bit as well. Uh, where was I? Oh, Bengals have re-signed tight end Drew Sample to a 3-year deal, uh, keeping some weapons as there's rumors that their wide receiver Higgins wants a trade out of Cincinnati.
Well, he's requested a trade.
Yeah, he's
That's already out.
yeah.
So
So, but
they're in talks.
yeah, it just doesn't look good for that. That's what I'm saying. He needs more weapons, but We will see. Commanders agree to a 3-year deal with defensive end uh, Dorance Armstrong. Green Bay also is in these markets. There'll be more signings later, but they have released David Baktiari, their lineman, after seasons of knee surgeries and knee problems. He plays again, goes out with knee problems again. So I I think his career might be close to an end because he's been injured prone the last few years. Excuse me. Um, there'll be more Green Bay news here in a bit. Bears signed running back Andre Swift to a 3-year deal. There was a lot of running back signing this week, specifically today.
That's a
Uh,
big loss from the Eagles.
yes, exactly. They've lost quite a few, but there's a new news coming out today that I will get to why this happened. But Giants reached a 3-year deal with guard John Runyon. Cardinals agreed to a 3-year deal with defensive tackle Bilal Nichols. Probably butchered his name.
Bilal is the closest thing that I can get, and then Nichols.
Nichols. Rams signed guard Jonah Jackson to a 3-year deal. Sorry.
Sawi?
Sorry. Jags to sign wide receiver Gabe Davis to a 3-year deal. I think that was the one that played for the Bills.
He
And
played for
as
the
sad,
Bills.
See,
That's the one I'm sad about.
yeah, yeah.
and then as
I like
Souther said,
Davis.
Kirk Cousins gets 4 years deal with Falcons.
That's where I'm getting at to now.
Giants trade defensive end Burns.
Yep, exactly. Also, uh, Barkley is now with the Eagles. He was released or he was out of the contract from the Giants. He has signed with the Eagles. I think it was a 3-year deal or something like that. Um, hold on, let me bring it up. God damn, I hate this thing. Da, 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 da. It's not saying his length, but also today, Austin Eckler was traded to the Commanders or signed to the Commanders. I'm not sure if he was released or anything.
Did you have Carlton Davis on there?
Nope, go ahead and take that one.
Tampa Bay traded starting cornerback Carlton Davis the third to
Mm-hmm.
Detroit Lions.
Oof, that's a big one as the giant Detroit Lions are playoff bound. They're looking to win a Super Bowl here soon, especially with the run they had this year. They were very close. Titans signed running back uh, Pollard for a 3-year deal. He was formerly with the Cowboys. That's a big signing for the Titans after them losing their stud running back. Crap, I can't remember his name right now. Henry, right? Yeah, Derrick Henry. There's so much action right now. Um, Jesus.
Cornerback Chidobe Awazi
Mhm.
and Lloyd and center Lloyd Cushenberry
Mhm.
have agreed to terms with Tennessee Titans.
Okay, sweet. That was my next one. Awuzie, you said?
Awuzie, that's the best that I got for that name.
uh, Pats keep guard on Wenu with a big money deal. I think they made him the biggest paid guard in the league. Uh, pass rusher. This is, I think, the one Leonard Floyd has agreed to a contract with the 49ers.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
Bills guy.
The 49ers just got a little more dangerous with this.
His stats don't show he's dangerous anymore. So
No, but I mean, with having the weapons they have on pass rushers already and adding him, there's definitely possibility for more danger.
He has 10.5 sacks. How do you get 0.5 of a sack?
you can get
Two
a half a
people,
sack.
2, 3 people, if you help.
Oh, okay.
Also, if like you force the quarterback to go one way and he gets sacked because of that.
Gotcha, an assist.
Yeah, an assist pretty much.
Speaking of assists, he has only 11 assists.
uh, exactly. Yeah, there's so much goddamn news. You are excited about cornerback for the Lions. There's so much still. Seahawks retain defensive lineman Williams, tight end Noah Font. So it seemed like they re-signed him. Jesus Christ, so much damn news. Giants trade here. I think this is brand new. Giants trade Panthers pass rusher Brian Burns. I think we talked about that a little bit. Like I mentioned, this just happened about an hour or so ago. Excuse me. Commanders agree with a 2-year deal with Austin Eckler. He's out of the LA Chargers, which I am happy about. He is a weapon, a very big weapon.
Did you have Jaguars get Mac Jones?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that was
Okay.
yeah. He was traded
We
from the
talked about that.
Pats.
All right.
Uh,
There's been a lot of names just covering all the bases.
no, you're good. There's so much news, and I'm about to pop off a little bit more. Uh, Josh Jacobs end up signing with the Green Bay Packers.
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too.
I'm gonna mute you. um,
Well, I only know.
Jesus, get fucking ass over there. Yeah. So Josh Jacobs just signed with the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers end up releasing Aaron Jones because of it. Um, Panthers signed Robert Hunt. Packers signed Xavier McKinney. I think he's a safety. Yep. Uh, New York Giants signed running back David Singletary. That's a big signing. Raiders signed quarterback
Mm-hmm.
Gardner Minshew. Minshew Mania, for those that know. He's an okay quarterback, but right now we don't have a quarterback, so that should be pretty good for us at least to have that option there. Uh, Alert. Patriots signed quarterback Jacob Brissett for 1-year deal. It seems I think he was with the Patriots before already, right, Clay?
The who?
Jacob Brissett.
Maybe. I think
Yeah,
so. I don't know.
yeah, I think so too. But yeah, though there was a lot of trades.
Jacoby?
Jacoby Brissett.
And
Washington Commanders?
That was last year.
the Giants picking up Singletary is actually really big. That's a
Yeah,
big loss for the Texans
Yeah,
yeah.
Commanders and Browns. That's who he was with.
Okay.
because Motor he played for the Bills and we all loved him and then we gave him to the Texans and then he did really well.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, he is a good running back. And then the Giants, though, I still don't think they'll do well unless they get a quarterback. Because this last year they were, let's be honest, dog shit. But with that said, those are all the trades so far, and those are a lot of trades. Um, we'll keep you updated as the show goes on with any more, because I'm pretty sure more will pop up here in a bit. With that, we're gonna go into NBA. There's not much news. No big injuries. Just one right now. Rockets. If, what's his name? Rocket center Alperen Sengun avoids a big injury from a lower leg injury. It looked like he suffered. So that's cool. Hawks forward Bay has season-ending torn ACL.
Running back Zach Moss just signed 2-year deal.
With
Bengals.
okay, who was he formerly with?
Oh, I had
I
it
don't
and
know.
then it's
I don't know.
gone.
I don't know who we traded him to, but he played for University of Utah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You
And then we drafted him, and then we got rid of him.
Jesus.
Get him out of here.
Well, he played for a full season, then we got rid of him.
Yeah, with that NBA news,
But
that's pretty much
there's
all that's
there's
going on.
two other NBA news that I sent in the group chat.
Oh yeah, you want to take that?
Is for the Jazz.
Look up.
So we had Otto Porter Jr. He announced
Mhm.
his retirement today after playing for 11 years in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean
Um,
he won a
yeah,
championship.
yeah. He said that his body wasn't allowing him to play at the level that he expects himself to be at, so he decided to retire.
Mm. That's
And then
understandable.
this hasn't like the Jazz hasn't came out and said this, but from a bunch of news, he's a
Sources.
free agent. Yeah, sources. Yeah, free agent. I don't know the positions, but free agent Kenneth Lofton Jr. is signing a 3-year non-guaranteed contract with the Utah Jazz.
Nice.
He has played with the Sixers and the Grizzlies this season.
Okay, so he's kind of like a journeyman, a bench guy. But and you guys are, let me check. You guys are on the outset of the playoffs, so you guys need something to help you
Oh yeah,
jump back in there. Not by a lot.
yeah.
It looks like 4 or 5 points. So a few wins will get you back in there for sure. With that though, I will go ahead and pick my games for the week.
Yes, Adler. Zach Moss did play for the Utes.
Yep, definitely. For
We've
the
probably chilled with him a little bit.
uh,
Maybe.
so tonight we don't have any more remaining good games right now going on. Raptors Nuggets, Warriors and Spurs on the fourth quarter, and then the Celtics and the Trailblazers are about to start here in about 15 minutes. That should be a Celtics win easy with the Blazers sucking bad this year. Um,
Hmm.
Going forward with the rest of the week for the NBA. For tomorrow, I got a 3 game lined up. We got the 76ers and the New York Knicks. Uh,
Knicks.
I have new
Or
I have 76ers.
76ers.
I have
Never mind.
76ers.
76. I was thinking of a different team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
76ers.
it is in New York, but I still think the Sixers will get this win.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, we have the
NBA
Tim.
doesn't really have home. They don't really have home advantage in NBA.
Not anymore. Yeah, since the like 20 years of sucking. Yeah, not anymore. Um, the Timberwolves are heading up versus the Clippers in LA. This is probably gonna end up defining
Clipper, Clippers against who?
the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are in a better
I'll say
spot.
Clippers.
I
I'll
think so
say
too,
Clippers.
but I think this will be a very big deciding factor as from first place to fourth place, the difference is 3.5 points or games. So
Hmm.
this will definitely have a factor on the whole layout of the playoffs. I do think the Clippers will take this one for sure. And then the final game for Tuesday's slate that I kind of like will be the Bucks versus the Kings. The Bucks are a much better team. I mean, it
I'd say
looks like
Bucks.
I'd say
I
Bucks at
think so.
least, just
I,
off of statistics.
I think so too. Uh, just one team I'm throwing out there because they you just mentioned them. The Celtics are playing the Utah Jazz in Utah tomorrow night.
Celtics.
I think so too.
Celtics.
Yeah, no, I would be
Mhm.
absolutely stunned if Jazz gets within 20 points.
Agreed.
If Jazz win, it's gonna be by like 1 or 2 points. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah. I also have the Celtics, but I just want to throw out there for you guys more since you guys are Utah Jazz fans.
Utah.
Um, Now moving on to Wednesday's games for the NBA. I got 1, 2, 3, 5 game slate. Maybe I'll throw an extra one if I see something I like that I missed. But I got the Bulls, Pacers. I think the Pacers has been playing real good. This is at Indianapolis, so I have the Pacers there. Um, any thoughts on that game, guys?
Mm,
Not
Nah,
really.
not really. No.
All right. We'll move on. The next game of the night, LA Lakers and the LA Kings. The Lakers are 36 and 30, and the Kings are 36 and 27 with 3 less losses, but also 3 less games. They are playing in Sacramento, and obviously I'm gonna be biased as hell. I'm picking the Lakers.
pretty standard.
Yeah. No thoughts on that either.
Eh.
Okay. Just jump in if you have a thought. All right. I'll pause when you guys go. Nuggets at Heat, I believe. Yep, in Miami. Nuggets are the defending champion. The Heat had a few of their players suspended a few weeks ago. Could they be the bounce back? I personally don't think so. I'm picking the Nuggets here.
I'm just gonna root for the Heat. That's about it.
The next good game that is a playoff implication for both teams is the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Pelicans. The Cavaliers are nope, it's a pick 'em, but they are playing in Pelican Stadium. This is gonna be a tight one. I'll have the Pelicans barely squeaking by, although
The Cavaliers.
the Cavaliers are a little bit better team. And then the final one that also could be playoff implication here, it's the Golden State Warriors versus the Dallas Mavericks. I'm picking Mavericks as the Warriors look like a shell of their former team. And then finally, for Thursday games, there's a lot of games scheduled for Thursday as actually no, never mind. I thought there was more. That might be hockey. But there's quite a few good games. We're gonna start off with the LA Clippers and the Bulls. I have the Clippers here. The Bulls are doing better than they have in the last few years, but still not in the Clippers uh, realm.
Still not getting close to the bracket.
No, nowhere near. We got the Phoenix Suns versus Boston Celtics. The Suns are also doing very well. Not as good as Celtics, obviously, with that 11.
Celtics will take that one.
I think so too, especially because it's in the Garden. It's in Boston. Uh, Boston will take this one. It's either going to be a very tight game or they're going to blow the hell out of the Suns. Um, so that's just my thought. Another big game we have is the 76ers versus the Bucks in Milwaukee. Both of these are trying to get into the playoffs. Bucks obviously doing a lot better. I think the Bucks take this one as well. And then finally, to close out the Thursday slate, we have the Mavericks and the Thunder in Thunder Stadium. I think I have the Thunder. I'm picking a lot of favorites for Thursday. It's just I think that's going to be kind of
I'll pick the
obvious.
Mavericks.
Oh, you're going Dallas. Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know. That could be a close one depending how Dallas plays. But regardless, that's the NBA teams here and the games. Sorry that we're choosing. And now we're gonna jump into hockey, some NHL. Um, there was a lot of great goals here. There was one from the Kings this week. Um, there was also one from Edmonton Oilers, if I remember correctly. But big news here. The first eliminated team from the playoffs already, by the way, they're still about a little less than half the season. The Chicago Blackhawks have been eliminated already.
Nice.
They're so bad.
Not nice for them, but
mean-
nice that we're finally getting somewhere.
Yeah. The Hawks have 39 points. The next closest is always San Jose Sharks with the same, but in their side, the one that's like right above them, a second to last, it's almost 20. It's 18 points ahead of them already.
Wow.
So there's no way they're catching up to the playoff bracket. So they've been eliminated this early in the season.
Mhm.
Don't be surprised if San Jose Sharks get eliminated here soon too, probably by the next week. But with that, there've also been the Canucks goaltender Demko is out for 2 to 4 weeks. He suffered a knee injury this last week, so he'll be out for a close either 2 weeks or a month. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So there's not much other news, so we're just gonna jump into the game, picking
Nah,
games.
other than a specific player, which I don't know who he is, banned 2 games for conduct in Tampa.
Probably fighting or saying some stupid shit.
Yeah.
But regardless, let's go into the pick.
Philadelphia Flyer, John Tortella. Tortorella. Tortorella.
What do you do?
Close enough.
Became
Something.
irate when Braden Point scored a power play goal following a tripping call against Philadelphia defenseman Ronnie Attard. Prior to the Points goal, Lightning forward Michael Essman was nailed for tripping, but the officials changed their mind and called Attard out instead. Under a minute later, Flyers forward Garnet Hathaway assessed 10-minute misconduct for contact with Lightning center Anthony Cirelli during a timeout for a line change. Shortly thereafter, Point scored the goal, gave Tampa Bay whatever. Displeasure, trying to make point.
So he probably got into a rest face, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Well, that will get you anywhere, really. But let's go into tonight's game. If you guys have any picks, just go ahead and jump in, all right? I'll definitely pause for those that you have. Tonight, the only game left is the LA Kings versus the New York Islanders. It's about to go off here in 8 minutes. They are playing in LA. So I'm picking the LA Kings, obviously, as I'm wearing their hat. Come on now.
Islanders.
Yeah, okay.
I don't believe in home field advantage when you play indoors.
Go to LA. Yes, you will. Then for
Yeah, when
tomorrow,
all the LA fans throw shit at you. Yeah.
what do you expect? What do you expect? It's LA.
Be better fans.
Everybody just brings a brick in their back pocket.
Not you, Lobo. Not you, Lobo.
No,
I'm talking
he's-
about all the dumbasses.
Be surprised they don't catch everybody in the parking lot and start beating the fuck out of everybody, including the players.
I don't even want to get into it.
I mean, LA fans are known to be very rowdy, and that's saying a nice word.
And the
There.
worst fans in the leagues.
I don't know. There's some really bad fans out there. Now let's moving on to tomorrow's games. We have a pretty big lineup. So I'm just gonna run through them. We have the Las Vegas Golden Knights versus the Kraken. They are playing in Seattle, but I still think Vegas. Vegas, yeah.
Yeah.
They did have a few games slide, losing like the last 3 or 4, but they're back on the winning streak here, winning the last one. So they broke that. We also have the Detroit Red Wings versus the Buffalo Sabres. This I put for you, Clay. I know what do you think?
So the Detroit Red Wings versus Sabres.
Yep.
So Red Wings are currently on a 5 losing streak. Sabres are on a 1 streak. The last 10 for Red Wings were 5-5-0. The last 10 for Sabres were 6-3-1. Average point differential is positive. Red Wings 10, Sabres -6. Sabres are right below them.
Yep.
Their Red Wings have 72 points, Sabres 65 points. They're neck and neck on the Atlantic Division.
Yeah.
Well, not neck and neck, but
Yeah.
they're here.
Yeah.
They're here.
Yeah. What do you got, man?
I'll say Sabres, but close, like by 1.
It is in Buffalo, but I am picking the Red Wings to continue to stay above the Sabres.
You just hark at us.
Yes. The next match we got New York Rangers versus the Carolina Hurricane. They're both pretty good. The 42-8-4. It is in Carolina. Carolina is 39-19-6. The differential is 4 points.
Yeah, they're so freaking close.
So you got the Rangers. I will take the Hurricane with the home court advantage. I know this guy doesn't fucking believe in it, but I do. The next one we got the Carolina Panthers. Sorry, the Florida Panthers. Thinking football here for a second.
No. These Panthers are on top.
Yeah, these are good. Versus the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, these are good Panthers.
Yeah.
Panthers.
It is in Dallas. I think the Panthers. They are a better team, not by much, but they are. What are
Dallas Stars, right?
Yeah.
Dallas Stars are sitting at 89 points.
Mhm.
Their last 10 were 6-3-1. They're on a 5-win streak. Their average point differential is 43, or their differential is 43. For Panthers, they're at 92 points. Differential of 64. Last 10 were 8-2-0, and they're on a 1-win streak.
So this is a very of a good team versus a good team. This is what it is.
I got Stars on this.
And I agree with you just because they're on a 5-game winning streak. Dallas to take a big win from the better team Panthers, or at least by points. And then the last one here for Tuesday night, we have the Colorado Avalanche versus the Calgary Flames. Obviously, Avalanche, I think so too, but it is in Calgary. And I want to see Calgary's home record.
Calgary who?
See right there. See with Flames, all the way at the bottom. The third team from the bottom.
The third team from the bottom.
You found.
Flames, yes.
What is their home and away record?
Does it even say home and away?
It should.
No, it doesn't.
Oh. Okay. Then just go with their stats.
All right. So the Flames are currently at 67 points, third on the leaderboard of the Pacific Division. Their differential is -6. Last 10 were 6-4-0. They're on a 2 losing streak compared to the Avalanche, which are 85 points. Third on the Central Division, which Central Division is a very difficult division right now. I mean, you have 85, 87, 89. Everybody's separated by 2 points over in the Central Division. Avalanche are currently on a 3-win streak, their last 10 being 7-2-1.
Okay, I think Colorado Sadler has Colorado, and I cannot disagree. As much as I think Calgary will put up a good fight, Colorado to win that one.
It would just be it's equal to like the Jazz winning right now
not,
against the Celtics.
not gonna happen.
Yeah,
In other
highly
words,
unlikely, but it could definitely be a close game potentially.
cool, cool. Moving on to Wednesday's game, we have to start off. It's not a big slate, so all four teams are my picks. They're all gonna be bangers here because they're all for playoff implications. I love. This is
Nice.
gonna be the night to watch NHL. We have to start off. We have the LA Kings versus the St. Louis Blues. Um, they're about 6 points differential. You want to give some stats to both on the
All right. So the Kings, they are 75 points at last 10, 5-4-1 with a one losing streak. The Blues are at 69. So a few points behind the Kings,
Mhm.
and their differential is minus 16 at 4-5-1 as well with a one win streak.
and the Kings are losing streak.
Yeah, on a losing streak. I mean, just off of statistics here, the Kings should win, especially with the differential at 23. I don't necessarily know what those points mean because, like, the highest I've ever seen a hockey game go up to was like 6.
So this is the same thing that they do in soccer, Clay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the total goals they score and the total goals they score against during the whole season.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay,
where
so it's
we're
the
at.
pluses and minuses.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
And that's what they do in soccer as well, right, Clay?
Makes sense.
Yep.
Yep. So I have the Kings here as well, like you. Just like I said, that one is a biased pick. Next game we have the Predators, Nashville Predators versus the Jets here. They're both very close, 41, 18, and 5 with 87 points. The Jets and the Predators are 37, 25, and 4 with 78 points. Go ahead and jump on those stats.
Yeah, so 78 points against 87 points. The differential is 10 for Predators and Jets are 43. You have the last 10 for the Predators at 8-0-2 and Jets 7-3-0. Jets are on one win streak and Predators are on one lose streak.
Yeah.
Oh, my nose is itchy.
Yeah, so this makes up my mind. I'm picking the Jets here. Any thoughts on that, guys?
Eh.
Nah?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the next game is the Washington Capitals versus the Edmonton Oilers, who have been on a hot streak. Right after the break, they were like an 11-win streak. I don't know where they're at now. Let's check the books.
I don't even know where the Capitals are at 69 points with a differential of minus 27. 6-3-1 is their last 10
Mhm.
on a one lose streak. And you have the what was the other team?
Oilers, right? there,
Oilers.
second. Yep.
Oilers are 81. They're not too far away in points. The differential is definitely a lot larger of a gap at 42.
Mhm.
Last 10, 6-3-1, and the streak is 1. Hey,
Hey, and
Say Oilers.
yeah, I think Oilers as well. I think they've proven that they've turned it around from the beginning of the season and it got really hot real quick.
oh yeah, no, I mean I've had my eyes on the Oilers as
Ever since they got
a
their
team
rookie.
to watch out for. Yeah,
Yeah, their rookie has been playing very well. And the last one to close out Wednesday night is the Colorado Avalanche versus the Canucks. I think they're both on the
Colorado.
west. This one's gonna be a close one. Avalanche are 40, 20, and 5, 85 points. Canucks 82, 17, and 7 with 91. And
the
Still say
Canucks
Colorado.
have 56 differential. Avalanche has 44 differential. Last for Canucks were 5-4-1 on a 4-win streak. Avalanche are 7-2-1 3-win streak.
this will be a good fucking game.
I can see this going pretty well. I almost want to say this ties up. Does it tie? Can it tie?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Now it's they play to win, but you still get points if you lose in overtime. So
Gotcha.
and I think the Avalanche will win in overtime. So that's just my thought.
All right.
You any thoughts?
Colorado.
We
I'll
got
take the biasy and go with Canucks.
just to have a little opposition
Yeah,
here.
just to have the opposite end.
I'm guessing you choose Colorado too, Sadler. Uh, Let us know in the comments. And then finally, Thursday has a big slate. It looks like there's 12 games. I mean, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games. Jesus. So I'm going to run through them real quick. We'll avoid the stats. Just jump in if you have any picks, okay?
All right.
So we got Maple Leafs versus the Flyers. This is a mid game. They're both trying to get into the playoffs. I have the Flyers
Maple Leafs.
because they're in Philly, and I'm a fan of the Flyers. Any thoughts on that?
Other than Clay saying Flyers, no, not really.
I
No,
said Maple
I
Leafs.
said
Oh.
Flyers.
Maple. I'm getting all mixed up, beat. If the impact for John is big enough, then I'm gonna go with the Maple Leafs as well.
Gotcha. Fuck you guys. Next.
I mean, hey, it was big enough to make news that he was suspended for 2 games.
True. True. That's true. The next game is Las Vegas Golden Knights versus the Calgary Flames. They're both in the close in points.
Knights.
I have the Golden Knights,
yeah.
even though it is in
Knights.
Nice.
Calgary. Next, we got the New York Islanders versus the sucky Sabres, but the New York Islanders kind of suck too here. Any thoughts on this, Clay?
Yeah, Sabres.
They are in Buffalo, and I am taking that home court, so I'm taking Buffalo to beat the Islanders there.
I'll go with the Sabres just because Buffalo, baby.
Now I think,
Islanders are ranked just that much higher than the Sabres, but barely.
yeah. I feel like I should switch because I think now the Sabres are gonna lose. Bruins, they're gonna play at the Canadians. This is an ass whooping. I put the Bruins because I hadn't seen them all in the whole week.
Mhm.
I think the Bruins are gonna beat the shit out of the Canadians.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Then we got.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it just looks like that's an ass whooping waiting to happen.
Yeah, I mean, the Bruins almost have as much positive as the Canadians have negative, and it's off by 10. And the Canadians are down by an additional 10.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be an easy Bruins pick. The next game, we got the New York Rangers versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's close on points.
I'll say Lightning.
It is in Tampa Bay, but I'm picking the Rangers as Rangers are the better team, at least statistically.
Meh.
Eh.
Meh. That's where I'm at. Is meh.
The next game, which should be a banger, is the Florida Panthers versus the Carolina Hurricane. They're both vying for top dogs. I think the Panthers would win, but Carolina Hurricanes are known to have some rowdy ass fans, and that will bring a home court advantage. As much as that guy doesn't believe in it, I picked the Hurricanes. Sounds like an one for you too. Yeah, and then
yeah.
and then to close the, yeah, I have the Hurricane. I can't not with that crazy ass fan base. And then finally to close out the slate here, we have the Devils, New Jersey Devils versus the Dallas Stars.
Devils.
I do not think the Devils have a chance. They are vying for the playoffs, but I think Dallas is a much better team. And
I mean,
yeah, but I put it there because I know New Jersey could put up a fight.
yeah.
I think Dallas Stars will take that one.
They statistically should, but
exactly.
I wouldn't necessarily count out any team, especially because I don't know what everybody's working with all the time. So
yeah, but that's our NHL talk here. We're gonna jump into a little bit of MMA fighting, as UFC 299 happened this weekend.
I gotta pull up the card real quick.
Got you right here as well. Let me see. Before we do, let's see if there's any Major League Baseball news. It looks like Yankees are gonna lose their player Colt. He's due to get an MRI on his elbow for some discomfort, quote unquote. Red Sox looks like they're gonna lose Giolito to for elbow surgery for a while. Other than that, there's not more big news. Cool. So let's go into the UFC $2.99 card.
Yeah, so I caught a few games while we were playing some D&D.
Fights.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
I mean, all the same thing. So we had Peter Yan and Song Yadong.
Great name. Saw
He
your dong. I mean,
I would say that Song definitely controlled a lot of the main fight during the first round, and it was looking pretty bad for Yan. And then round 2 and round 3 kicked around, and Song just couldn't hold up. Yan was just constantly staying in.
yeah, you were showing us highlights of that. That was a good
Yeah,
fight.
it was pretty cool. I didn't catch the next few matches with Gilbert Burns, Jack Della Madella, Kevin Holland, Michael Page. I saw a little bit of this match, and I think Michael Page was just holding the ring the entire time.
Dennis Poirier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier and Benoit Saint Denis. Oh my gosh, this was such a lovely match, man. And Dustin Poirier basically was holding the match the entire time. And then he got into the corner. Well, okay, I take that back. I take a lot of it back. Dustin Poirier, he's very good at mid-ring. He is not great on his ground game. Benoit Saint Denis was very good at keeping Dustin on the ground, and he was able to just hold him for so long. Benoit had possession on ground. Dustin got him up in the air, and he's able just to snipe him out, man. It was such a good match.
Yeah, ended up.
You guys
knock him
were
out.
you guys were doing your fight, and I was over with one of our other buddies, and I was trying to explain UFC to him, and I was like, yeah, he just needs to get up off the ground. And then he got up off the ground. I'm like, okay, now he's got to get out of the corner. He got out of the corner. I'm like, all right, Benoit's in danger,
Yep.
man. Yeah, neck cranking over. Bam!
Yeah.
It was
It was
crazy. I hopped up and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was actually the second hit that he finally got down. He got him a punch, and he kind of like dropped, and then he dove at Poirier. Benoit dove at Poirier. And
Recklessly.
then
Very reckless.
yeah. Well, I mean, dude almost got KO'd.
Yeah.
He was going down onto it and then just dove at him. So it's crazy that they're able just to be out and then in.
Mm-hmm.
And then Poirier got off the wall again, and Benoit came right back at him and just bam, flopped him onto the ground. It was beautiful. Like, you saw his swing coming in, and then like when it just lights out.
Yeah, it was like an immediately knockout.
It was a beautiful second hit.
Mhm.
And then we get
The
into
main event.
yes, the
was
main
great.
card, bantam main title tight.
Title fight.
Yeah. And it was Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera. This was the guy that Sean O'Malley, his only loss against was Marlon Vera. Granted, Sean O'Malley did twist his ankle, and it was pretty rough on him for that. But losing out on that fight. Sean O'Malley trying to redeem himself this time.
Boy, did he.
Oh, man. They went all 5 rounds, and it was a beautiful match. They never really did any ground game, which was great because Sean O'Malley, not the best ground guy. And he's known as the sniper fist, man. He's able just to find it, lock it in.
It's whatever he throws ends up hitting really well. It
Yeah.
seems like.
He's
And-
able to get those critical shots.
And it showed in his fight. That knee he hit Vera with, and I don't remember what round it was, but it really threw that head back.
Yeah, as Sadler says, glad it's MMA and not wrestling. Because don't get me wrong, I like UFC fights and all that, but when
Some of the grappling is nice, especially when they do quick catches on a submission.
yeah,
But not everything.
but when you are sitting there for their 5-minute matches at 5 rounds, you're telling me that you like watching 2 people hold themselves for 25 whole minutes.
No.
It just gets snooze fest.
Yeah.
But Sean O'Malley, he definitely controlled the fight the entire time. Marlon Vera could not find a hole.
Vera's face after the match looked
Oh yeah, Vera
destroyed.
was pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, sadly, everything that he's saying, 100% agree.
Some, like I said, some ground game is exciting.
Yeah, when
Um,
you have like maybe 18 minutes of ground game, you're getting into a little bit of excessive,
mhm.
but
Yeah, if it's done right and if they like transition and not just holding, that's when it's interesting.
yeah,
But like just resting on somebody, nah.
yeah, no. But yeah, Marlon Vera completely afraid
Hmm.
to, well, not necessarily afraid, couldn't find any holes. Yeah, 3 rounds consecutive, it's pretty annoying.
Yeah,
Marlon Vera coming into the fourth round, man, he exploded out of nowhere. It was crazy. Sean O'Malley was sitting there dominating the first 3 rounds, and then Marlon Vera comes in, and fourth round, he's just swinging. He's going crazy, and it's like, where did all this energy come from? I started getting nervous, and I was like, Sean O'Malley's getting overwhelmed, and just it's not looking good for Sean. Um, Out of the fourth round into the fifth, Vera still had a lot of that energy, but Sean was now expecting it. And I mean, by the third round, if it wasn't a knockout by Vera, there's not much that Vera could have done to catch up to Sean O'Malley at that point. Um, so beautiful, beautiful 5 round match. It's exactly what you want to see. And one thing that I'm really excited is uh, yeah, it does help. Like I said, Marlon Vera was trying to find that hole. He could never find that hole. He could not get past Sean. I have this right here. Sean O'Malley's reach. Where's his reach, man?
it should say it on his. Click on his picture.
It's just cycling me.
Oh, okay.
Um, but oh wait, is there stats up here?
Yeah, it doesn't say his reach though.
Stats
Oh, there we go.
bio.
Hmm.
72 inches for Sean O'Malley,
Mhm.
and
Vera.
then Marlon Vera. Give me Marlon Vera. Oh wait, I need to go down here. Marlon
Bio.
Vera bio 70.5. I mean, that inch
An
and a
inch and a
half is
half.
crazy.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing that I'm excited for at the end of the match, Sean O'Malley came out and said, "I challenge Dustin Poirier to his for the next match." And man, Dustin Poirier, Sean O'Malley,
That's gonna be great.
these are my two favorite fighters. I'm so very hyped for this. If I had unlimited funds, I would definitely go and see this match in person. What an exciting match.
Yeah.
It's something that I want to see, and it's going to be all up in the air. Poirier doesn't grapple. O'Malley doesn't
It's
grapple.
gonna be a knock. Someone's gonna get knocked the hell out.
Yeah, I'm almost saying that it's going. Somebody I feel is going to get knocked out in the first or second round
Yeah.
because they're both just heavy freaking hitters and bricks and blocks and yeah, haymakers left and right. I'm super hyped for it.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
want to see it.
Definitely. I'm excited for that. Um, but that's all we have for MMA. Before we continue into soccer, we're gonna take a little break here. Uh, we'll be back like in 5 minutes. So join us back in 5 minutes or so. We'll see you.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Joker's Wildside Corner. Uh, so we're gonna jump right into where we left off. Clay, the floor is yours with some soccer news.
Yeah, so not a lot happened, say since Friday, but just big thing before we get into MLS is
Mm-hmm.
that let's just say congratulations to our 2024 CONCACAF Gold Cup champions, the U.S. Women's National Team, defeating Brazil.
Oh, boo.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yay. I mean, yay. What was the final score?
I'm not sure. I never saw it. All I saw was just champions, never a score. So
Gotcha.
I don't know. I don't know what I search it up real quick,
One more
but
time was the event.
CONCACAF championship for the women's league.
it was 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. 1-0. In the first minute of stoppage time of the first half. So pretty boring game looks like.
Oh, Lobo's excited for something.
We'll talk about it in wrestling.
Okay, okay.
The only good thing about that game is Alex Morgan, but that's it. And she plays for San Diego FC, the women's uh, the women's league that is pretty much MLS but women. So, and San Diego has like the best jersey design. It is the best. It is awesome. But other than that, we'll get right back into MLS.
Okay.
Is that like I said, there's not a lot of news like other than um, the the team of the week, pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
and then a news about a player. But we'll just get right into our 10 matches that we did predictions for,
The points.
and how well we did. So the first match we had Toronto versus Charlotte. So I got to watch a little bit of it. At least I tried to watch as much as I could. I did see when Toronto scored, um, and and also that was crazy. It was almost 2-0, but they called the second goal offsides, which it was. But it was crazy. I'd say that was actually a pretty entertaining game for it being 1-0. With Toronto winning. Um, Funny thing is that we all guessed it was going to be 1-0 Charlotte, and so opposite team but same score.
Nice.
So no
we
one
should
gets
get
points.
we should get 1 point for those.
No,
Damn it!
no.
Fuck. All right.
Get outnumbered.
Then match number two. I didn't watch this game mainly because like there was a bunch of games playing all at once. Like we had uh, see one, two, three, four matches that we predicted were all playing at the same time.
Jeez.
So I decided to put on a game that I thought was going to be the most entertaining, and that was the New York Red Bulls versus FC Dallas because I thought that was going to be um, the best game to watch. Which honestly, the Orlando or Atlanta game would have been probably been better to watch.
Yeah.
Honestly, so our second match that we predicted was Orlando City versus Minnesota. Um, Minnesota did come and defeat Orlando 3-2, giving Lobo and I 1 point.
Hell yeah.
Um, the, it was, I guess 2-1, Lobo gets two
Bryant.
zero. Um,
What was the
so
final score? It was.
3-2 Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then on to the next match, we had Atlanta United versus New England. And Atlanta decided to show up and dominate the match. All
Yeah.
three of us guessed a tie.
Boy, were we
Um,
wrong.
yeah, we were definitely wrong. It was 4-1. 4-1 Atlanta. So definitely a good game for Atlanta. And a little bit of news on that match is that one of the players who is player of the week, his name is I don't know how to pronounce your first name, my man, but it's Georgos. Uh,
Giargos?
Same way
yeah.
that you pronounce the last name with the Y sound.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Giargos?
Okay. Giacomakis. He not only scored three of the goals of the four, but he got a hat trick for the match.
Mhm.
Crazy, crazy match for him, and congrats on winning Player of the Week in the MLS. On
Yeah,
to the next
Yorgos
match.
I can't even Yakomakis.
Yeah,
Yako
some weird
Matis.
name.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
we
that.
we literally listened to like um maybe 3 minutes of pronunciation. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Just to learn Yakomakis.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So first win
Yeah.
for who against them?
Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
No, it was his first hat trick of his career,
Gotcha.
and he scored a hat trick and was player of the week
Noise.
out of everyone in the MLS. But on to the next match, we had Columbus versus Chicago. Um, we all thought Columbus was going to win, um, and they did win. It was 2-1, uh, giving Jackson and I 1 point, but Tom guessing the score correct, 2-1 Columbus, giving
Oh,
you 3 points.
hell yeah.
And then on to the match I thought it was going to be a good. It was also a rainy match in New York. So it was rain but cold. But I didn't hear one thing about complaints of how bad the weather was.
You're not letting that go.
So
Obviously, you haven't ever played in LA to understand.
Yeah, exactly.
but New York did come with the win, 2-1. I guessed it was going to be a tie, and Lobo thought it was going to be Dallas. But so Jax gets the 1 point, just didn't guess the score correct, but did get the 1 point for Red Bulls winning. Now, on to our home teams here in Utah. We had RSL versus Colorado.
Your whole
Um, Honestly, that game was pretty awful. It was not a very good
Rigged.
game to watch. Not
Oh,
just because RSL lost, just it was such an awful game, honestly. Anytime I looked over while we were playing D&D, it was just a Colorado player on the ground, flopping.
Crying.
It was,
I would look over and I go, "Oh, Colorado's crying again."
yeah, it was honestly super annoying. They just had they gave them every foul that they wanted. So,
sounds like you're upset that they
but
lost.
RSL losing. Well, of course, I'm an RSL fan, but and we normally dominate Colorado. But
Not today.
one of our
2 days ago.
That day.
our player that did score our one goal also was stupid and had a handball in the box, giving Colorado a penalty, making it tied up, and then they came back and scored again. So um,
Sounds like it's
if
that guy's
if
fault.
Jack if Jax would have guessed Colorado for that match, he would have gotten 3 points.
Jeez.
W.
We all said RSL, but Colorado did win 2-1.
Never
Um,
trusting RSL again.
you could trust RSL.
Nope.
Yeah, you just can't trust your LAFC because you still got it wrong.
Nope.
Which is our
RSL.
next match,
Yeah.
LAFC versus
LAFC.
Sporting Kansas City.
Yeah.
You guessing a big prediction, 3-1.
Yes, I did.
Um,
How was the
I
final score?
guessed I guessed 1-1 tie.
Mm-hmm.
Jax guessed 2-1 KC. It ended 0-0 tie.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get the 1 point there. But yeah, I knew it was not gonna get 3 goals or even 2. So
Yeah, you did call that. You did talk about that.
I was hoping.
you hope too high.
It's okay. I'm a dreamer.
Yeah.
I'm
But
a man.
other than
Who
that,
the fuck
I'm
is-
gonna start singing.
we'll get on to the next match here. So we had Nashville versus LA Galaxy. I thought this was going to be a pretty easy win for LA Galaxy as they were coming on a hot streak. Um, which I did watch half of this match yesterday, and it was actually a really good game. Nashville was up 2-0 for like pretty much um, the whole match, and in the second half, LA Galaxy decided to show up and tied the match.
That's right.
I so Lobo and I we both guessed 2-0 LA Galaxy. Um, well, it ended up being 2-2 tie, giving Jax the 1 point for guessing 1-1 tie. So
Jesus.
I'll take any
yep,
win. I don't know what I'm
yep.
doing.
And then the next match I didn't watch, but it was a very it ended up being 0-0 tie with Cincinnati versus DC United. We all guessed DC, but so none of us got points.
Mm,
But on to the last match, we had Inter Miami versus Montreal. We all guessed Inter Miami. I know
I'm
Jax,
so
you guessed
mad.
Montreal
I am
before,
so mad.
but Messi also didn't play.
I
So
almost I was thinking that he wasn't going to play, but then you convinced me that Miami didn't need Messi to win, and I believed you.
well, you
well,
fucked up
you
there.
shouldn't. You should just need one player to win. It's a team game. It's a team sport.
Obviously, you need more than one player.
Um, so, but Montreal did end up beating Miami 3-2. So,
And I
but
had it
there are
4-2
yeah, you had it
Montreal
4-2.
originally.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a crazy game. So they had some really good goals in that match. I did see some highlights of it. So yeah, none of us got points on that one. Um, and then on to our scoreboard so far of who's in the lead, point wise, out of us three. Right now it's a two-way tie for first with Lobo and I at 12 points and
Hell yeah.
Jax at 11. It is a
One
close
behind.
match, but none of us got a lot of points this week.
Mm,
Um,
it was a
Jax and
rough
I
one.
only, yeah, Jax and I only earning 3, and Lobo only earning 4.
Uh,
So,
well,
but
that caught me off to the leaderboard, so I'm good.
yeah. But one match that we also kind of covered with our predictions was Orlando versus Minnesota. Um, a crazy thing happened in that match. A player, his name is Duncan McGuire,
Mm,
he is tied for fifth on the fastest goals scored in MLS history in the regular season.
Nice. Yeah, you were saying
Yeah,
something to that
yeah.
extent.
He scored in 14 seconds at the start of the match.
oof.
The person that he's tied with was scored also in 14 seconds, but in 2013.
Okay, it's been a
Jeez.
while.
Yeah, yeah, and I do have the history here of this, so kind of go into it. The next person down scored it in 13 seconds, back in 2022. The next person in third place, he scored in 11 seconds in 2003. Then the second player, or sorry, second place, we had in 8 seconds back in 2013. And then the person who owns the record is Mike Garella. He scored this back in 2015 in 7 seconds.
Jeez.
Yeah, it is crazy. But
If you were to take a
um,
guess, oh, I'm trying to switch. Oh, I don't know where my Streamlabs is. If you were to take a guess, uh, what would you say is statistically the best possible or fastest goal that can be made?
3 seconds.
so the fastest goal in history is widely thought to be Gavin Stokes. He did it in 2.1 seconds.
Hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah, he literally they took the kickoff from the middle and he blasted it into the goal
Yeah,
Jeez.
from
it says
midfield.
the goal came straight from the kickoff in the non-league West of Scotland Super League First Division in 2017.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was about right. 3 seconds.
All right. All right. All right.
Yeah, crazy. Um, and then we'll kind of get into the players of the week now as the final bit of news, and then we can kind of get also into the standings of MLS as well, and then we'll call it soccer news from there because that's all
Okay.
that's really happened.
Sweet.
Cool.
So with our players up in the attacking position, we have Insigne. I think that's Brown's name. He's from Toronto. We have the guy that got the hat trick from Atlanta, and then we got
He just goes the
um,
guy.
That guy.
and then we had Pookie from Minnesota. Then to our midfield, we have Bassett from Colorado. We got Puig from the Galaxy. Got Forsberg from the Red Bulls. Evander from Portland. We have Jordi Alba from Inter Miami
Mm,
in defense. Then we
nice.
have Alvarez from Montreal. We have Farsi from Columbus Crew. And then we have Lloris from LA Galaxy. And then, no, sorry, not LA Galaxy, LAFC. And then our coach of the week is Laurent Cortos from Montreal.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Congratulations to them.
yes, sir. And then onto the standings.
Hmm.
We have on the West Coast here. Oh, in fact, pulling it up now. All right. So on our Western standings, we have Portland and Minnesota tied for first, technically, but Portland is in first just because of how many goals they have scored. Um, they both hold with 7 points. Leading second, well, tied for second, oh, sorry, third, we have LA Galaxy and St. Louis at 5 points. And then we have tied for fifth. We have Vancouver, Salt Lake, Colorado, and LAFC with 4 points. And then tied for ninth, we have FC Dallas and Sporting Kansas City with 3 points. And then Austin with two, Houston, Seattle with 1 point, and San Jose still with a giant goose egg.
Jesus, like San Jose Sharks, these San Jose quite
Um,
suck ass.
Now to our Eastern Conference, we have 5 teams tied for first
Damn.
with seven
Nice.
points. Miami still in the lead in first because of how many
Goal.
goals they have
Hmm.
scored.
Yep, goal
Um,
differential.
then we have 2 teams tied for sixth. We have DC United and Cincinnati. Then we have Charlotte in eighth with 4 points. And then we have 2 teams tied for ninth with 3 points. We have Atlanta and Nashville. We have Philadelphia with 2 points. We have Chicago and Orlando tied with 1 point. Then we have 2 teams with goose eggs: New York City and New England.
Terrible. Yeah.
Yep. That is our week of MLS news. Um, we'll give our predictions for this weekend's upcoming matches on Friday. So
Sounds good.
again, we'll be doing 10 matches now
Er,
from now on
mhm.
with the MLS regular season. Once we get into the tournaments with Leagues Cup and the U.S. Open Cup, it'll probably die down on how many matches we predict for, just because there's not as many matches.
Sounds good.
Because they take a break from the MLS regular season, like for certain teams,
Yep.
especially Leagues Cup. Leagues Cup, everyone takes a break from the regular season
Done.
until it's knockout rounds.
Cool.
And then after that, the U.S. Open Cup, that is should be starting up for MLS teams, I believe, in May, and then all the way up till September, which is the final.
Cool.
And then other than that, yeah, that's all our MLS and soccer news. Um, Anything you guys like to bring up?
No,
No.
that's it. Congratulations, I guess, to the women's team for winning the CONCACAF one.
Yeah,
But
definitely congratulations to them.
with that, let's jump into some pro wrestling that you play. Um, let's do a little preview for tonight's Monday Night Raw. Um, we supposedly there's a big announcement that's what I was excited for. Um, I will mention it more in the predictions here in the end, as I have one prediction with that. Um,
Yes.
would you win in a fist fight? You or a life-sized? No, me.
I got this guy over
I would
peanut M&M.
You know,
I would eat it.
yeah. Well, once
Straight cannibalism. I don't care if it has a fleshy interior or not.
once one I fight dirty. That's the way I was trained. If it's an MMA fight, depends who's in the costume or who's playing that Eminem.
I mean, I've never seen the yellow M&M box, but
No, yeah, funny question, but I think we definitely got the Eminem. But like I said, there's a big announcement here for tonight. We will talk about that more in the predictions because I do want to talk about it a little bit.
okay.
It's WrestleMania match that we talked about that I predicted already.
Yeah.
So that's going to be announced tonight. Other match tonight, it's going to be a gauntlet match for the number one contender for the IC title match at WrestleMania. The people involved: Ricochet versus Chad versus Sami Zayn versus Jesus, I can't remember. Bronson Reed versus JD McDonough versus Nakamura. And that's gonna be whoever wins it will face Gunther for the IC title at WrestleMania.
Nice.
We'll talk about who we think at the end of the show as a prediction. How about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to hit this.
Yep.
Like, I want to hit it right now, but
Pause it, hold it, write it
Yep.
down if you want to. Also tonight we have Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan, and then the tag titles will be on the line apparently tonight. The Kabuki Warriors will be facing off against Shayna and Zoe Stark. So that is what we have preview for tonight. Before we go on, I thought that was gonna be for WrestleMania. To be honest with you, I really thought that women's tag match was gonna be for WrestleMania.
it would make sense.
Yeah, but I was totally wrong. But we're gonna jump into reviewing this weekend's shows. We're gonna start off with SmackDown. I don't know if you want to talk about the Rock segment right away because that was the main topic.
So I only watched a little bit of the clips, but basically it was The Rock coming out to say that he was going to do the fight. I can't think of freaking names right now. Cody, Seth, The Rock, and the last one, Roman Reigns.
Brain fart.
He's already
Mm-hmm.
So everybody was getting in everybody's face. It was beautiful. Seth freaking Rollins told The Rock to shut the F up. And then you have Cody who's just taking a stand, doesn't want to take any smack. So
He smacks.
So he smacks to show that he doesn't want to smack.
Slaps the shit out of The Rock as the show is going off.
And he's stunned too. He's
okay. Definitely. But Seth Rollins does accept the match for both him and Cody. So that's going to be night one. The Rock, Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes, which I'm excited for. That you predicted before.
I called it.
Yes, you did.
I said that there's no way that they can't have this match happen.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes too much sense to include them together. It's everybody was sitting there complaining, being like, "This is the match that everybody wants to have. This match and then this match," and it's just like, no, they're just gonna this match.
Exactly. Other news that happened actually right as the show was starting. We jumped right to the end because that was what everybody was talking about. So excuse us for that one. But other news that there was the show started with Logan Paul talking his smack.
Of course.
And then also Randy Orton came out and KSI was out with Logan. First of all, showing that Prime will be the first and only WWE center ring advertisement they've ever had. So
it's gonna be painted.
I think it's kind of like stamped on with the knife.
But onto the mat.
Onto the mat. Like he revealed it on SmackDown, and I'm like, okay. And then he's talking to Smack. Randy Orton. Yeah, exactly. Randy Orton comes to RKO Logan, and Logan somehow slips out, gets out of the ring, but he leaves KSI in there. Man.
And KSI, he knew it was coming.
Yeah, he knew he was fucked, and his face showed it. By the way, KSI deserves an honorable mention as our top 6 wrestlers just for that moment.
100%.
Yeah.
KSI did
Very
really
good.
freaking well.
He's like, oh shit. Like he knew he was screwed. And he sold the RKO very well. And then Randy Orton poured the prime on all over KSI.
Oh yeah,
So
the only way to do it.
of course. After that, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens faced off against Austin Theory and Waller. It was a good match. Obviously, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens won. During that match, there was a good moment where Waller was taunting Randy Orton as he was going to try to hit the RKO just like he does, where he slams on the ground and all that. But KO saw it and stunned him, and Randy Orton was just laughing. He's like, "That's right, that's right." But they get the win. Bobby Lashley goes up against Karrion Kross. Now, this one I have a little bit of an issue with. I thought this was going to be a WrestleMania match as well, like I thought of the Kabuki Warriors versus Shayna and Zoe.
Yeah.
Because they've been building up this since before Royal Rumble. So my thought now is that their teams are going to face each other.
Mm-hmm.
Their factions, sorry. I don't know. I think this was a little premature, but I don't. What am I doing? I'm not the one that books it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense for the factions to do it because why have an army if you can't use the army, right?
I mean, it makes sense too. That's why. But I just thought this would have been a better WrestleMania match than the whole 3. But
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong. But Bobby Lashley wins by disqualification as Karrion Kross gets help. Tiffany Stratton continues to be the beast that she is, taking the wins against Machine. I don't know who that is. It was probably an enhancement talent. I didn't write that down. It's on.
Okay.
Sorry, but she continues to show up. As she, like in Hell in a Cell, we keep talking about this, but she just looks so great. In the Royal Rumble, she looked amazing.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're gonna strap the rockets to her.
Then gonna send her to the moon.
Hell yeah. Well deserved. Well deserved. Then Dragon Lee beats Angel Garza from El Legado del Fantasma, which is the crew that came out of the breaking point of NWO. And yeah, that was pretty much SmackDown, as it wasn't
not too much.
Meh. But it was really good, especially the Randy Orton and the Rock stuff was very, very good. Moving on, we're gonna go into the Rampage. There was not a lot that happened here, as that's the one I sent you, by the way. Real quick, we're gonna go over some of the results. Julia Hart faced
Robin Renegade.
Kip Sabian and Butcher faced Trent Beretta and Orange Cassidy. Top Flight versus Private Party versus Brian Keith and Commander. And then Penta El Cero Miedo versus Action Andretti. This was a decent show. It was nothing too crazy. The crazy stuff happened in Dynamite and Collision. The first match was Cassidy and Beretta versus Sabian and the Butcher. Cassidy and Beretta won. There's a bunch of backstage segments.
Apparently Chris Jericho was in the commentary.
Mm-hmm. Every now and then they put him in there because he's a great commentator. He adds his little flavor to it. After that, Robin Renegade versus Julia Hart. Obviously, the champion won, the TBS champion. I know who Robbie Renegade is now. She's great independent star. She has a twin sister, if I remember correctly, that also wrestles. Yep, yeah, see right there. Her twin sister Charlotte also wrestles. They're both great wrestlers, great entertainers as well.
All right.
Action Andretti versus Penta El Cero Miedo. Both of them pretty good high flyer, and Penta's not afraid of shit. Like, he does not give a fuck. And Penta ended up getting a big win here. Then after that was the 6-man tag match. Private Party versus Top Flight versus Commander and Brian Keith. Brian Keith is someone that's coming up in an independence. Been up for a while, but his character is amazing. But Top Flight ends up beating both teams in a good match. And that's pretty much it, as nothing more happened after that.
Not exactly noteworthy. I mean, I'm agreeing with this page just from reading off. Um, yeah, and it was only an hour long, so
Yeah, but with that said, there was it was good matches overall. As only saw one C match, so it means everything was good and better. So excited about that. After that, we're gonna go into AEW Collision, which is their Saturday show. Which this one was really good, as it had the debut match of Okada in AEW officially with the new crew.
beautiful.
You wanna talk about it?
Yeah, so we had Okada. He, well, I forget who it was. It was the Young Bucks
And
and,
Okada. Hmm.
oh no, the Young Bucks and somebody else in the ring already.
No. That was from Dynamite.
Dynamite. Okay, okay.
Mhm. This one
Um,
was a tag match we saw.
then I don't remember.
Okay, so I'll go into
I
it.
only remember the promo.
Okay, so this was Young Bucks versus and Okada versus John Cruz, DM Gray, and Adrian Alanis. These are all enhancement talents and all that. One of the Young Bucks starts in the ring, immediately tags Okada, and Okada destroys all three of them.
Oh yeah. And they just watch Okada lay waste.
Yep. No, nothing else happened. Literally, Okada beat the fuck out of them.
I mean, they were literally slapping Okada, and Okada would just boom,
Take it.
boom, boom, 3 times.
Yeah, multiple times, and then he hits a big old drop kick. He beats the fuck out of the first one. I don't remember what exactly he did, but then he just tosses him to the corner. And then the last one, he catches him with the great ripcord clothesline, the Rainmaker.
Yeah,
The guy sold it beautifully. He landed almost on the top of his head. It was over.
full 360, man.
After the match, though, Eddie Kingston comes out, tries to fight Okada, but Young Bucks stop him. They beat him up a little bit more. Penta comes out. Penta El Cero Miedo. They beat him up a little bit. And then the big return of Pac, the Bastard. That's what he calls himself. Don't get mad at me. That's what he calls himself. But yeah, he comes back face to face to Okada. The freaking crowd goes nuts. We want to see this match. We've been wanting to see this match, and we're kind of gonna get it as they tease that it's gonna be Eddie Kingston, Penta El Cero Miedo, and Pac versus the new team of Okada and the Young Bucks.
Nice. It could be a good lineup. I don't know who Pac really is.
Oh,
But-
he's talented as hell.
Oh yeah,
But
I don't see why they wouldn't keep Okada super hot right now. So they're just
agreed.
gonna have him, if anything, get really beat up at the end.
Yeah, and I think he will get the win. I think that or it's gonna go into a no contest where they all just beating the shit out of each other. Other matches that took place here was in an ATL street fight. House of Black ends up beating Mark Briscoe, Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal in a 6-man tag. Tony Khan also announced the start of an AEW tag tournament for the following week, as it's Darby Allin and Sting were the last champions, and Sting retired, so they had to give up the titles. But
Yeah.
Sting marches away as a champion. Then Mystico debuts in AEW and beats Angelico. Yeah, I read it that right. Both luchadors. Great. Mystico is a legend in Mexico.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson continues his murder streak, beating Sean Taylor in a great match. Nick Wayne.
Wine.
Wayne. I think lost to Adam Priest in a DQ. And then at the end,
You got extra pages than I do.
I couldn't find the other copy of this one.
Oh, okay.
Um, at the end of the match, Adam Copeland comes up and attacks Christian.
They're beefing so hard. They just need to get there. They need to kiss and make up, like full frontal lip to lip, or they need to have a match.
Oh, well, that's what I'm getting to. He challenged Christian for the title in an I Quit match. That means they could beat the fuck out of each other with anything till the other guy says I quit.
Okay, it's a say uncle. Okay.
Yeah, it's a say uncle match pretty much. Tony Storm beats Trish Adora in a pretty decent match. And then Lionheart Chris Jericho beats Titan from Mexico. Great wrestler. But yeah, it was a good card overall, especially the Okada stuff and those segments they had with Pac returning. So great. Um, but with that, we're gonna move to some other wrestling news, as it is rumored, nothing confirmed, that recently released WWE superstar Shelton Benjamin is in talks with AEW.
All right, all
Uh,
right.
this is good because I think they kind of let him die at towards the end of his run with AEW. So I'm hoping to see that. Um, Also announced today is they announced that on the next Raw in Chicago, CM Punk will be returning to I don't know if it's Action or at least up here. So obviously it's his home state.
Mm-hmm.
His home city. He will show up.
CM Punk's actually gonna do something?
Oh come on now, you're right.
See, don't get mad at me just because I'm right.
uh, and then we got a little bit of a weird news as two more higher ups have been added to the allegations that Vince McMahon is being put through right now. Um, WWE President Nick Khan and COO Brad Blum are supposedly named in these allegations that we will not get too much into ever. It's just we don't want to be about that.
Yeah,
But
read it somewhere else.
yeah, but it seems like they will be out of the company soon as well with these allegations, like Vince was just recently done.
As I read something,
Mhm.
it's always the people you suspect it to be.
Before we jump onto the WrestleMania card, again, just a little update. They announced one more Hall of Famer to be added to the list that we already have. The list currently consists of Paul Heyman, one of the greatest minds in wrestling, Bull Nakano, the Japanese wrestler, very, very good, and then the tag team of US Express. They have added in the celebrity wing of that Muhammad fucking Ali. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they just announced that today, so excited about that. Uh, he was one of, if not the first boxer to go one on one with the wrestler, and knowing that what we do. So
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I never even knew that he ended up in WWE.
yeah, he ended up wrestling slash fighting Gorilla Monsoon back in his heyday. He was probably helped get a lot of popularity into pro wrestling as well during that time, as that match was, I think, saw by a big crowd at that time.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to Muhammad Ali. He's always been a supporter of wrestling, as he knows they're athletes, even though it's not a real competition fight.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's still very athletic and very dangerous to do. So, congratulations to him. Now we're gonna go into a little update on the WrestleMania card. Like we said last week, we still have the WWE Women's Champ Io versus Bayley, WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. We got the Women's World Championship Mommy Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Uh, it's the match has been announced, but one superstar still to be determined. We'll talk about this in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The IC title match of Gunther, champion, versus
To be
TBD.
determined.
Exactly. Which is what we talked about earlier. That's going to be decided tonight. The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins was confirmed on SmackDown. And I'm going to announce it here. What I was very excited during the stream, Clay, it was that they announced that the tag titles will be announced in a triple threat ladder match.
Ladder matches are crazy,
Which
by the
I
way.
predicted weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
That I mentioned I want this to happen.
Like I said, they're listening in, trying to get the deets.
Exactly. So also rumored to be there, which I'm 100% sure we are 100% for a few of them. Jimmy and Jay
Mm-hmm.
going at it. AJ Styles versus LA Knight that we have talked about since the Hell in a Cell. Randy Orton versus Logan Paul. Now it's pretty much confirmed after this what happened. And now with what happened on SmackDown, Bobby Lashley and his cronies, his his crew, the Street Profits versus Killian Cross and the APA Authors of Pain. probably going at it, and those are just rumored. But before we go into entertainment, we're gonna do two quick segments. One, a few predictions that we just got ideas, and then our top six wrestlers of the week. And if you have any ideas, Clay, just go ahead and jump in, and we'll shoot it to you. Okay?
So, just to kind of like attempt to predict who's gonna face Gunter, what I really, really want is Bronson Reed.
Okay. You want a big boy.
Yeah, I want big boy.
So this we were talking about a little bit when that came out. The first thing WWE posted as Raw was getting ready to go on was Ricochet walking in the building looking flashy as hell.
Damn it.
I know, that's why.
Ricochet was my number 2. I'm over here.
But
you guys can't see what I'm doing over here. It's a secret.
He's flicking you off. But my number 1 is Ricochet. I think he would win. And the reason I think this too is because many years ago, they've had a series of matches that were incredible in the independents. They went to California to Reseda when what's it called? Pro Wrestling Guerrillas at close to my hometown. They had a banger. They had a banger also in England. They had bangers everywhere. So I think this would be a great WrestleMania match, especially the clash of styles that Ricochet is an extremely high flyer, and Gunther is a killer physical beast.
He's gonna slap him out of the air, man.
Exactly.
He's gonna jump and he's gonna go, bam.
Don't you want to see that?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then Ricochet.
I'm 100% for a baby.
Hell yeah. And with Ricochet selling of moves, so good. So
No, I expect him to be smacked out of the ring while flying out of the ring.
I expect blood on the chest. But I have one more. I don't know if you have any more predictions yourself. Okay. So we just announced that they're gonna have the tag team titles up in a triple threat ladder match. I predicted that a while back, but now I'm predicting the teams, as it was rumored. One of them was already rumored. So the champions Judgment Day will go up against the Miz and R-Truth and Imperium for those titles. And for those that don't know, the triple threat ladder match means the titles will hang 20 feet in the air. You gotta climb a ladder and pull them off to win. That means it's dangerous, high flying, high stakes, and usually 9 out of 10 barn burners. They're fucking amazing. So I'm so excited for this. This also, because the match that got me into pro wrestling again, to want me to do it, was a ladder match. Like
yeah,
that.
you showed me it.
Yeah,
I remember that.
It still gets me going. But with that, let's jump into our top 6 wrestlers of the week. Also, if you guys have any predictions or any comments, let us know on the. I think you're muted, Clay. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Intentionally.
Okay, gotcha.
He is.
You're good.
Silent boy.
Gotcha. You got someone in the back there. Let's go to our top 6 wrestlers of the week. Let's go 6, 5, and 4. Go ahead, Jack.
For my 6, 5, and 4, I have number 6, Eddie Kingston. My number 5, Samoa Joe. And my number 4, which I had to move everything around. He originally was my number 3, but now is my number 4, Okada.
Ooh, okay. That's interesting. We're thinking a little differently.
Okay.
The last few times we've done this, it's pretty similar, maybe a few switches.
Yeah.
But this week, we were really off. But we'll see at the end. At my number 6, I have Bryan Danielson. He's been on a roll lately, just destroying people. I mean, not really destroying, but having bangers of matches. And keep coming on top, winning and winning. So he's my number 6. At my number 5, my number 5. Type. That should have given it away. It's Tiff. That's fine. I got really like tongue twisted there by myself. But Tiffany Stratton has been showing. She's probably the next superstar in the women's side to be like, okay, boom.
Yeah, they're
She's-
really pushing her right now.
Yeah.
And she's doing amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing at it also, which is the best thing.
Yeah, she's blowing it out of the water in my opinion. And my number 4, I have Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins with their segments, especially on SmackDown. I put them both there at number 4. A little
Alright.
cheated a little bit, but
Yeah.
we allow it. We allow it.
Yeah. I see your cheat.
Where's your 3, 2, and number 1?
My number 3's got to be Randy Orton.
Mhm.
Mostly because I love seeing KSI just get beat the hell out of.
That was beautiful.
It's something else. For my number 2, I have Seth Rollins calling The Rock a mother effer, or to shut up,
Yeah.
basically. And my number 1 for having the gall to smack The Rock, Cody Rhodes.
I think Paco will agree with you on that one.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
What a beautiful thing. I keep forgetting to wear my Cody Rhodes hat also.
But it seems this week we're really off on what we pick. We're really different. At my number 3, I have the return of Pac. I think he coming in with the Okada heat and the main segment in Collision with what people were talking about. Okada's first match was very good. At my number 2, I have Randy Orton. Like you mentioned, that RKO to KSI, his
Just beautiful.
Yeah, I mean everything they did in that and the match, I had to put him up there.
And an honorable mention for KSI
Yes,
doing so well during that moment.
agreed.
So he's right there with Randy on that instance.
100%. I think KSI does deserve an honorable mention. But at my number 1, I cheated again. I have.
Cheater.
I guess I lie. I cheat. I steal. Eddie Guerrero, if you guys don't know. But I have the Young Bucks and Okada, which
That's fair.
is what they did all week. Was with the debut, the turn Okada had, and the match. Fucking amazing.
No, I see that. I respect it.
Yeah. So I couldn't. I was gonna put Okada alone,
Mm-hmm.
and then I realized the Young Bucks did a lot for it too. So
Yeah,
you
no,
had to put 'em.
they really did line up everything so Okada could execute everything that he did. So I see that. I respect it.
Yeah. But tell us what you guys think of our list. You agree, disagree? Tell us what are your list, your top 6 wrestlers of the week. But other than that, let's jump into entertainment. There's a lot of entertainment, so if you guys want to jump in, go ahead.
All right. So first thing that we have up there is Peacemaker season 2 is coming out. And I'm not sure exactly what the release date is.
Mhm.
And another statement on Peacemaker is season 1 is not canon. Season 2 will take place between Superman and Waller, is what I
The
remember.
show, right?
Yeah. So it is chronologically placed. One is kind of just like, oh, everything happened. For the next bit of information, I have, well, I guess I could leave this on to us. Stephen Ewan says Invincible season 3 is already being written,
Hell
or
yeah.
being
Recorded,
produced, or
produced,
yeah.
whatever.
however you're going to deal with an animated TV show, right? Another one you're really excited for, and I know this, X-Men 97. There's going to be 10 new episodes March 20th.
Hell yeah! I mean, I grew up with these shows, like Batman the Animated Series, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, X-Men from the '90s. I'm so excited for this.
Is there any X-Men sitting right here?
Yeah, there's Deadpool. Oh, specifically X-Men?
Yeah.
No, I have only bad guys pretty much up there.
Yeah, okay.
So, oh no, yeah, there is. Back there. You can't see it, but
Batman right here.
no, that's Batman.
Yeah, that's Batman
Oh,
right here.
I thought you said Batman. Yeah, there's some X-Men over here. Back behind my chair. There's up there. So there's some. I got one right here. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Can't wait. I'll probably binge watch it as soon as they come out.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how they're being released. I don't even remember what it's being released on. I think it's Disney Plus. I'm 99%
Yes,
positive.
Disney
Okay, yeah,
Plus.
Yeah, I'm
Disney
pretty sure as
Plus.
well. They own
Um,
the rights.
and then the next is Rick and Morty, the anime. We finally get a sneak preview from Adult Swim, so it's real.
Yes.
Uh, and it's an early preview of Tammy and Space Beth fighting. And I hope that it's not just everything that we saw in the preview, because like it was cool. It was nice to see the action sequence and all that, but it's not what I specifically hope for. Um, we'll see how it goes, and we'll probably end up doing a video review on that and letting you guys know.
Yeah, definitely we're gonna do that. But I got some news here that just popped off. One football and two wrestling. Bengals have released running back Joe Mixon. Uh, and we have two possible results for WrestleMania. We were wrong on who will win that match.
Really?
Someone was added last minute. Oh, I forgot to write him up there. Oh no, I did. I just didn't mention him. Sami Zayn is going to WrestleMania to face Gunther.
See, Sammy was my third, but he was obviously my least wanted because I was like, it doesn't make sense to have Sammy in there.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's weird to have Sammy.
And Jey Uso just put the challenge officially: Uso versus Uso at WrestleMania.
Finally.
Yes, so I'm excited to actually see these. But I was just going through as you were talking about stuff and just checking more news. But hell yeah, I'm excited about that stuff.
Heck yeah.
Mhm.
For you, I don't know how you felt about it, Clay. But the Super Mario Bros. Movie, did you like the first one?
Never seen it.
You never seen it? Okay. Do you like Mario at all, or is it kind of just whatever?
I like Mario, just not a
Okay.
big Nintendo guy.
All right. I mean, same. I feel that. I would say it was pretty decent, but Super Mario Bros. The movie, it's getting a sequel. The sequel is expected to release April 3rd, 2026.
Hmm.
2 years.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because they're doing a Marvel universe in with Nintendo characters to bring a Super Smash Bros. Movie. Duh.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess. I guess.
You know, I am 100% down to see a Super Smash Bros. Movie. Um,
Ooh, yes.
They're
yeah.
fucking good.
Hell yeah.
They're really good. They made a Pokemon movie, Detective
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Pikachu.
Hmm.
They have done Sonic. They have done Mario. They could do Legend of Zelda movie, which I think would be
That would be
amazing.
better. I think
Even though I've never played any of the games,
Same,
it's a,
same.
because I
it's
think
it,
they're boring and dumb. But
but it's an invent. It could be an
but
adventure movie, so it should be good.
No, you can probably do
but
Link like multiverses, Spider-Man multiverse almost.
Okay.
no, I know Legend of Zelda they has a good story, so I know they could make a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they do like if they had the creators of Mario and Sonic, they could definitely make a good Legend of Zelda movie.
Time to get an OLED
Um,
Switch, Sadler.
Yeah.
then then they need to make a Zero Suit Samus movie,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um,
Kirby movie.
and then other Nintendo characters they can just bring in as cameos like they've done
Yeah, I
in
guess
other Avenger
Kirby
movies
isn't
as small.
necessarily needed. Yeah,
I'm just
I
saying,
like
like
it.
they could like make other movies
Mm-hmm.
and then bring cameos, like they've done in Marvel movies, like with Quicksilver and whatnot, um, and some other characters. Then they could make a Super Smash Bros. Movie.
Nice. I mean, yeah, it
Just a
makes sense.
giant, just do a Captain America, Civil War where everyone's fighting each other, and then
See,
make
I
it
was thinking like
Nintendo.
Mortal Kombat.
Actually, I like the
I
Mortal
think
Kombat view on
Yeah,
it.
I don't know if you've seen the most recent Mortal Kombat ones,
nope,
Clay, but
nope.
they're pretty hectic.
Hmm.
There's a main character guy, and you can literally have it as the Wii guy because it's just whoever fills in the spot, right? You're the fighter, so they can run that whole story. I think that would be pretty funny. But yeah, no, it'd be pretty interesting to have a Super Smash Bros. I absolutely love that idea, and I'm 100% behind it. Um, but yeah, Super Mario Bros. Sequel, April 3rd, 2026. Far off away, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll see. I'm not even going to
2
say
years.
that's a guaranteed release date either, because that is,
2 years.
yeah, it's 2 years from now.
Yep.
They have time.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Obviously, if you can't tell from Sadler's chat, he really enjoyed it. And then, yeah, no, 100% behind the Smash Bros. Um, Further than GTA 6.
Hmm.
Then next I have, just a little bit of here and there news. Sony is producing a Karate Kid, which is apparently going to
Yep.
be released December 13th, 2024.
Interesting.
And it they have good talent that's going into it. I just have super low expectations because Sony's just really Sony, and like Sony can do good things, but they really need to put their mind to it, or else
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be that good. Um,
No,
and
I agree. It's
I'm a little afraid.
I'm not. I don't care for this, to be honest with you. Um,
I'm not too excited for this, but
yeah, like I said,
I'd
it's
Yeah,
watch it. I'd watch
and
it.
apparently they have the same writers that are producing Cobra Kai, which Cobra Kai is in its final season, season
Mhm.
5, I believe. And the messed up thing is from at least what I read on it, it's not even going to be incorporated into the Cobra Kai thing. So I don't know where it sits. It's going to be a wild placement.
I bet.
I'm not excited for
They
this
just lost a
movie.
big fan base for that now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're literally Cobra Kai is decently good. It gets pretty repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, Karate Kid.
I
I low
guess.
expectations. This
Yeah.
is going to be the movie that gets crapped all over more than the last crapped all over movie. Honestly,
Or it blows us out of the water. That's. But I
no.
doubt it. I'm at your.
I
It's
It
gonna.
don't think so.
Me neither.
it could be this generation's Karate Kid where they just absolutely fall in love and they tell their kids, "Look at the beautiful art that I grew up with, and look at your terrible,
Shit.
your terrible Karate Kid."
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly. Um.
so, eh.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm not excited for it either. But. Do you guys have any more entertainment news, Clay?
I brought up that one movie um, that I think we should definitely do a reaction on the trailer. Um,
Oh yeah, that's right. The western you said.
um, yeah, so there's a if you like Western movies, there's a new
I
Western
don't.
coming out.
Horizon.
It's an action movie. It's an action Western. I'm
Nice.
pretty sure you
Mm.
would like it. It's definitely an action. Um, and it's a movie called Horizon, an American Saga. And the creator of the movie is Kevin Costner. I really like him. He's a very good actor. He has gotten some really big names. Like the one name I'm pretty sure you both know is Michael Rooker.
Yup.
Um, I love him as well. He's a great actor. He's in the movie. Um, and there's gonna be 2 movies. The first part
Ooh,
comes
they
out.
got Thomas Hayden
Um,
Church on there. Let's
Oh, nice.
go.
Oh yeah.
yeah, they got the first
Luke
part coming out
Wilson,
this summer, and then the second part coming out in August.
August
Um,
16th, if I remember correctly.
yeah, yeah. I'm definitely very excited for that movie. It looks really good. I just saw the trailer yesterday,
Nice.
and so I'm pretty excited for that movie.
Yeah, we could definitely do a reaction to it. Maybe that'll get me to go want to watch it.
Well, I should say you should watch the trailer. It looks very good and a lot of action.
Well, I think we will react to it, as I think that'll be better than me just watching it and then reacting to it. Nah, we'll react live. Don't worry. uh,
Mhm.
but if that's it, unless you have any other entertainment
No,
news.
I'm just trying to get some of the names off of this.
Mhm.
But it's all just important
Yeah.
characters that are tied to important characters.
Well,
But no, the casting list looks great. There's definitely a lot of these faces that I recognize.
oh yeah.
Um, and a lot more. Oh, this is the guy I think that did One Piece.
Cool.
Is it? No?
Nope.
I'm just crazy.
No, you're talking about the Marine's son,
Yeah.
Beppo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He looked like a Beppo,
Mhm.
but apparently he's in Stranger Things. That's maybe where I recognize him more from. Either way.
Mhm.
Oh, and Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, that's an exciting thing. I'm also excited. I absolutely love these movie releases, and then very soon after, another of that movie series is releasing, so you don't have to wait so long. Um,
Yeah.
Especially if it's really good. You know, I had this argument with Rebel Moon. Yeah, Fantastic
Yeah.
Beasts was pretty good.
They were all really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we also have Sam Worthington. You know, he
Yeah.
plays Sully. You know, in Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right, everybody.
Well,
And Danny Hudson.
yeah, he's a good actor. I've seen him in a lot of stuff. Well, if that's all we have, any more? You think that's it?
not for me.
No, I
Alrighty.
think I'm set.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us. Tell us what you think about, well, everything. If you want us to react to anything, any specific shows or movies that are coming out, let us know that you want us to check out. But other than that, remember to take everything we say as a grain of salt. As we're three jokers, three doofuses that just like to talk about what we love: sports, wrestling, and some nerd entertainment stuff. Also, remember to be grateful for everything you have. Be grateful for everything you don't have.
I'm grateful for these nuts right now.
These nuts.
They're good. So good.
But remember to be grateful for all the problems you don't have. For anybody that's going through some stuff, whether mentally, emotionally, whatever, remember that you're one of a kind, and we all love you. But other than that, I've been Lobo,
I've been Jax.
Ivan Clay.
and this was Joker's Outside Corner.
See ya.
See ya.